product of his environment. In psychology, we have people like, do you have any psychology? Do you remember reading B.F. Skinner? B.F. Skinner, his school of psychology is called behaviorism. That man is also a product of his environment.
I bet he is.
Haven't you in your sociology classes ever
So
had
what is my environment?
discussions about is man a product of environment or genes or heredity?
So, okay.
Have you had those discussions?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what's your conclusion?
My conclusion is that we are based not only off of how we are raised, but what we are taught, and then also what our own personal moral bearing gives us.
Getting into nature
Now, how about
versus
you
nurture
think
right there.
genes?
Well, it
what
is
effect?
nature versus nurture, but at the same time, nature versus nurture is both.
Yes, I would
I
agree.
mean, that's the whole thing. Is like your mother nurtured you, but at the same time, she gave you a nature, and you have your own personal nature that you have to deal with.
What's your conclusion? Is man primarily a product of nature or nurture? Is
You're a product of both.
Is he primarily a product of his environment or heredity? You say both. Now, I think what sociologists they leave out another possibility. And you know what this other possibility might be?
You tell.
Well, man is a product of his choices. We all fall under good teachings, good environmental influences, and bad environmental influences. It's our choice which we're going to respond to. We all have bad genes and good genes. Good heritage. And good examples out of our parents and grandparents. It's our choice as to which we're going to follow. So man is either primarily a product of environment
This was
or
only funny 10 minutes ago.
heredity, nature, but he's a product of his choices.
Should have heard him talking about how he
And I'm
liked
afraid
the
we've all
shit on the
made
floor.
bad choices. We've all followed bad influences. Mom says, Dad, hopefully they taught you to wait for marriage. And some boy came along and seduced you girls who listened to him instead of your dad. And you were ruined.
I'm very seductive, can't tell.
Your parents took you to church. Many of you have probably been baptized or confirmed or went to Sunday school, vacation Bible school, perhaps a summer camp.
Later.
All positive influences we trust. But then you met some atheist or agnostic or infidel, and you listened to him.
What's wrong with
Probably a
infidels?
college professor. You think, well, he's got more degrees than my preacher. He must know more about what he's talking about than my minister. These professors have more education than my parents, even though
That old
Mom
lady
says
over there
Jesus
hates
is
us.
real and, pray with me. I'm going to listen to the professor. Made a bad choice. Bad choice. Man is a product of his choices. So, sociology, I would not recommend you major in sociology.
Isn't man a product of his environment by the sake of anatomy? Because, we all got here because our mom and dad kind of, did the deed.
I meant man's situation, man's character,
I know,
man's
but it's
personality.
still
This
just
is what
kind
we're
of-
talking about, yes. We all got here through the procreation of our parents, I think.
Surprised that they haven't gotten kicked out yet.
We hopefully don't have to take
Isn't this like loitering or something?
to understand that. And the Stuart
No,
did
Washburn
not
usually
bring
just
you.
doesn't care.
No.
Oh, damn.
See, it was,
We're in deep
you know, Venus, vagina. Yes.
Thank you. Sexual education. So many questions answered.
Not Venus, anus. That will not produce children.
I've been trying that
You know
one
the
for
whole
so
thing
long,
with
but thanks for clearing
abstinence,
that up.
like,
Not penis, oral.
yeah.
Oh.
Girls who who took the abstinence pledge, which was a big deal, you know, some years ago.
Uh-huh.
Because there's like more than one survey has come out that even though they took the abstinence pledge, like half of them are still engaging in oral or anal sex. So, you know, they kept the pledge, but they just weren't, you know.
That's just an example that these people are not trustworthy. They don't keep their word.
Well, that's kind
You
of
make a pledge,
natural
you make a
part of
commitment,
man.
and you're
If somebody says
determined
they've
to
never
keep it.
lied in their life, they're
But
lying.
I want to keep in mind the half of those that did keep their word. Yeah, see, a lot of you are going to, I assume, sooner or later, most of you are going to marry. And minister is going to say to your man, are you willing to forsake all others and cleave only to this woman? You say, I will. The woman makes the same pledge. Well, you're taking that seriously or not. That's a pledge. That's a vow. About half of marriages end up in divorce, though. People don't keep them. People don't keep their word.
Are you married?
But I'm a man of my word. Yes, I got married. I made the vow, I guess some 28 years ago now. And I have never violated my marriage vows. I have not even looked upon another woman to lust after her, let alone actually do anything.
Oh, look out, there are a lot of college.
I've had some of these college girls try to seduce me.
I don't know about you, but my type is
I'm
looking crazy.
68 years old. But I still am virile, vigorous, and potent, I might add.
You that lady, she's a
I'm not on Viagra either. Some of you
Viagra.
masturbating so much, by the time you're 30, you're going to be on Viagra, my friend. So yes, you need to, sir, in the orange shirt, is all your point is that about half the population is not good to their word. Not more.
I got a question.
One of you two up there is lying, and I have a feeling it's not.
Oh.
You're telling me you haven't had a lustful thought in 28 years?
Oh, thoughts, yes. I have not submitted my will to these thoughts. He said, whosoever looks on a woman to lust, I've been tempted. Whosoever, let me tell you what happened to me once. I was preaching at Ohio University, and a girl got in front of me, lifted off her blouse, and showed me everything she had, and she was not wearing a brassiere.
Oh my God, no
That
brassiere.
sounds like a wild story.
Continue.
The fact of the
Who wears a
matter
brassiere? What's a brassiere?
Probably his wife.
is all she had was a pair of fried eggs, and I wasn't tempted in the least.
You didn't want to give her a slice of bacon?
Not tempted in the least. You know, there was not enough there to even grab a hold of, so to speak. Well, 15 minutes later, one of these big buxom girls came up, lifted up her blouse, showed me everything she had, wearing no brassiere. And I have to admit, I was tempted to reach out and squeeze, but I did not.
Oh, he lusted.
So I tell that story to illustrate the difference between temptation and sin. See, a healthy young man will be tempted by big boobs, so to speak.
human
If
nature.
not, you want to go too firmly, but you do not have to act on those temptations. See the difference? Yeah. Temptation. Even Jesus was tempted.
Yeah.
The Bible says he was tempted in all things. As we
I
are.
can't read that. What's it say?
What if you act on those
Dr.
temptations
Behrman, set
and
this
then
man
said
straight.
person becomes your
Come on, Dr.
girlfriend and
Behrman,
or
you
wife?
know you want to.
I have a question.
Well, you
Or, you know,
still,
husband.
you mean if you've had premarital sex, then you marry the girl?
Then that's okay?
Well, I mean, that's better than not marrying her, but you still have to go to the Lord and ask
So now
ask
you're
for
making
forgiveness
exceptions
for
to the
premarital
rules.
sex.
It's
What about the
okay.
girl that takes a pledge of abstinence and get raped?
Well, if it's
Are they
against
still
your,
horrible people?
if it's against
And
your
liars
will,
and
if it's against your
untrustworthy?
will, it's not a sin.
Premarital sex is premarital sex.
God,
Paradox!
God is just not what we do, but our motive for doing it. If you're forced to do something against your will that is wrong, it is not a sin.
So if I have premarital sex to save children, is that okay?
Save children.
Sure.
Well, then,
I don't know if I was
It's
put in a
not a different
bind.
situation, yes or no?
It's all about the motive, right?
also, outside of marriage,
Oh, no, you just said
It's a
there was
sin.
exceptions to it. You said rape was okay.
It was not a sin.
outside of marriage,
But you said if she had sex and she didn't want to,
It
that
was
was
against her
okay.
against her will, but it's not all right.
But
for
you
rape.
just said all sex
But for me,
is
it's not okay anymore.
All sex outside marriage.
You have just contradicted yourself. You don't,
I don't
I
do
don't
that.
do that.
you don't listen to yourself, Scott.
God, name one thing I've contradicted.
I did.
You
just
said
now.
you've never been tempted, but you wanted to grab that fat girl's boobie.
No, I
That's not
said I've
temptation.
not sinned. I have been tempted.
Oh,
I have not lusted in my heart.
but you just said you're tempted.
Temptation is not sin.
Temptation is lust.
Temptation,
Inherently it is.
lust is choosing to act on the temptation.
So you're saying that if I just wanted to get down and dirty right now, it's lustful, but it's not lust because it was only temptation.
Well, you don't,
We've got a paradox coming on.
you're not going to surprise or trick me. I've heard it all.
Really?
28 years. Yes.
Okay.
Again,
A guy's
yes,
hanging in a
understand.
freezer by his neck,
There was-
and there's only a puddle of water under his feet.
Temptation.
What
is
happened?
sin. Now, you also said, pray, Lord, lead us not into temptation. So there are people,
Ah, he didn't even answer my
there are men that go out with the intention of being led into temptation. For instance, there are men that go to the beach, not to swim and enjoy the sand and sun rays, but
But
with
the
the
smoke
intention,
crack and watch YouTube
with the
videos.
intention of checking out the babes in their bikini. Well,
It's
that's
perfectly
that's
Next.
sin, because they have intentionally led themselves into temptation.
That happened.
But if you're inadvertently tempted, then that's not sin. The Bible says Jesus was tempted in all ways like we are, yet without sin. Dear Christians are people that live holy.
Christians are people that live holy.
They don't sin.
Okay, show of
Who
hands.
else
How
is
many of you are
Christian?
Christians here?
Where are the Christians?
No, it's okay.
These people
How
live
many of you
holy?
have had premarital sex and are Christians?
Are
Ah!
they holy? Are they holy?
Thank you for your honesty, ma'am.
Even I had premarital sex before I was.
Oh! This guy.
Do you know what time it is?
Oh, but you didn't answer my question.
11:30,
Are those
I
three
think.
gentlemen back there that have had premarital sex and consider themselves Christian holy?
Okay, I have a confession.
Answer my
to make.
question.
Yeah, it's
Answer the
I have
question.
not
It's
always
11:30.
been like this.
You won't answer the question because you realize you're contradicting yourself. Answer the question, then I will shut up and you can answer the question.
State the question.
Are those gentlemen that have admitted to premarital
For
sex
the record.
and consider themselves Christian holy?
It's according to whether or not they have repented of the sin.
You guys feel bad about it?
No, I actually felt pretty good.
No,
You're
they're
fine.
not. Feeling bad about it is not
So they are Christians.
repentance. No, they're not.
You guys aren't Christians. Sorry, he dictated it.
Feeling bad about it is not turning on. You see, we have to stop. That's what repentance
Okay, that's where it
It
is.
stopped eventually.
Something about the free will thing that was brought. You said, if you do lust against, if you're lustful to someone, then that is sin. But if it's something that was beyond your control, then it's not. Then what about like people who have claimed to do horrible things while possessed by the devil?
Well, I do not believe the devil can cause us to sin. He can influence us, but not cause us. Just like God can't cause us to do right.
I thought you said he was
Right
all
and
powerful.
wrong are choices. No, when God gave man a free will, he limited his power.
So wait, why would
God's
he give them
power
the ability to
is
sin? That
limited.
seems like a dick
Is
move.
limited. He gave man free will. This idea that God can do absolutely anything is not correct. Love puts limits on God. Because God is loving.
Washburn, just to qualify, who here thinks these people are insane? Who here thinks these people are bigoted?
See, I'm not going to comment on that because I think we all are bigoted in one way or another.
Are these people who are spreading intolerance welcome on our campus?
No.
These people that have insulted us, have called us whores, have called us degenerates, are they welcome on our campus?
No.
I think it's hilarious.
Getting a little adventurous here. I was having a really good conversation. Now it's getting kind of weird. Yeah.
Okay, this guy in the orange shirt is trying to make a point here.
He was just saying you're making it awkward.
I was just saying that, like, I mean, I prefer a debate that doesn't get violent. I mean, not like violent,
I don't
like
think
people
anyone
punching
has
each
threatened
other.
violence. I don't think that's an issue.
Well, no, but I
Keep
mean,
going.
when I said violent, I didn't mean like people are punching each other, but violent
We're
as
going to argue,
in
you know,
personal
religion.
insults.
That's a
That
pretty
was kind
passionate
of
subject.
because
Nothing
that
wrong
makes
with that.
both parties look like
Nothing
idiots.
wrong with getting intense when you're arguing such vital issues, whether or not there is a God.
Well, right,
I
but
think we were
personal
arguing that.
personal insults is going a little far. It makes both parties look like idiots, in my opinion.
Well,
It's like you know,
hey,
two,
well, you
it's like
just said it makes
it's
both
like 2
parties.
3-year-olds who don't want to share the last cookie, and they say well you're stupid. No, you're stupid, and then
But sir, you said it makes both parties look like idiots. Now you're kind of engaging in the name calling.
no, I'm just
Since there has been a lot of name calling out here, you're saying all of us that engaged in that are idiots.
The name calling
it
has
makes
come
you
from you
sound like
people.
idiots. I didn't say you were idiots. I said it makes you sound that way.
You've come here to
I'll
attack
call
us.
you idiots.
It's not exclusively to attack me that. Yes, I'm aggressive Christian. I'm militant. I'm on the
Militant,
Yeah.
insane,
Yeah.
twisted,
Oh, God, the old lady
demented.
has a phone.
But you know, if you really think I'm insane, it doesn't say much for your
They have a
character to come
website.
out and make fun of an insane person. Or mock an insane person.
Steve Jobs is rolling on that right now.
Yeah.
I think,
This is what my technology is being used
you
for.
all know we're right, and that's why some of you are quite bothered.
Not really.
And
Bothered? We're bothered because you're racist.
What?
Because you're
Yeah,
intolerant.
that was
Now, what
kind
have
of
I-
random.
What have I said about race?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
No, you weren't here yesterday.
Race is
Where's
not-
our Asian Jewish person that they were so aghast at how he could possibly be both?
I don't think she's here.
It has nothing. The issue is not race.
How about the how about the
race.
homophobia, the intolerance?
I love gay people, as I said, but not in a gay way.
Do you consider homosexualness to be a sin?
Any sex outside of marriage.
Sexualness.
Yes.
Well, no, but I'm talking about homosexuality
Oh.
in general.
Yes,
Do you believe
of
to be a
course.
sin?
The Bible says, "Man shall not lie with mankind, as with womankind, it is an abomination." 1 Corinthians 6:9 says,
Yeah.
"Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor adulterers, nor homosexuals shall inherit the kingdom of God."
So heaven's pretty
But
exclusive.
we need to get it.
It's like a fancy nightclub.
Well, it's open. Heaven is open.
Oh, so it's open to anyone, even the
But
gay
you
guys?
got to repent of sin and follow Christ in order to join the club, so to speak.
What defines a sin?
There's certain, well, all sin is rooted in selfishness.
So wait, you're saying that if two men share a love together and want to get married, that they're selfish? Oh.
That inherently makes all marriage
Now,
selfish.
two men share a love together, nothing wrong with that.
The moment they get married, it's all null and void.
That inherently makes all marriage sin, because that means you want the person you marry to be yours and no one else's, so that's selfish, inherently, which is a sin, apparently.
but the root of sin. See, you can give up stop homo women.
Oh God, what does his side say?
You can stop lying,
It's a big one.
stealing, cheating, and still be living a selfish life. They're honest people who are honest for a selfish reason. Maybe they don't want to, they're in business and they want to have the reputation of being an honest businessman since they don't want to lose customers. But at heart, they're still selfish. They're
Hey, you.
honest for a selfish reason. So, you gotta be holy out of a love for God and a love for others. And selfishness is the antithesis of love. This is the epitome of unselfishness. This is the epitome of love. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So love is all about self-sacrifice. You're not living for Jesus, you're all about self-indulgence.
I'm self-indulgent.
All the various acts of sin, any sex outside of marriage is just an expression of self-indulgence. Lying, stealing, cheating is an expression of self-indulgence. We weren't designed to live selfishly. There's not a person on this campus who's not condemned selfishness in others. It's wrong for others to be selfish, then the reasonable man has to conclude it's wrong for him to be selfish. It's wrong for us all to be selfish.
You just said love is self-sacrifice, which by its definition is the opposite of selfishness. But I seem to remember, and apologies if I heard wrong, but I seem to remember a few minutes ago you said that if two gay men or two lesbian women get married, they're being selfish.
Yes, because we have to analyze the purpose of
But
marriage.
they're in love, which is self-sacrifice.
And,
Paradox time.
we had to analyze the purpose of marriage. God ordained marriage between a man and a woman primarily.
But they're in.
Let
But
me finish my point.
Okay, sorry.
Primarily to build a family. The first commandment God gave to Adam and Eve in the garden was, be fruitful
And
and
multiply.
multiply and
And
replenish the
don't eat
earth.
from the tree that makes you
And you
smart.
cannot reproduce through acts of sodomy, whether it be with the same sex or the opposite sex. So that's why it's just sex for purely pure reasons of self-indulgence.
But
To love and to love someone is to encourage them to the life of virtue and moral purity. A lot of these boys will tell you girls they love you just in order to get into your pants,
Or because they
to
love
gratify
you.
their own love.
Kind of an opposite too.
Girls, if this so-called boyfriend of yours really loved you, he would encourage you to live a life of virtue and moral purity. That's not your boyfriend who's trying to have or has had sex with you. That's your boy enemy. Your friend is those people that encourage you to wait for marriage.
Remember, folks,
Live
you're
a
dating
life
your
of
frenemy.
moral purity. The Bible says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. So do you get the difference?
yes, but can I ask now another question? Is what if, and I know this would be like a astronomical thing to happen, but if two gay men or two lesbian women are married but do not engage and have not engaged before they got married in sodomy, and after they are married they do not engage in sodomy, then is that still sin?
If you're not engaging in sodomy and are not interested in engaging in sodomy, then you're not a homosexual. There's nothing wrong with a man wanting a friendly relationship with another man, loving another man.
Yeah, but if you see two guys making out, then that's kind of,
Other than my wife,
it's not like they're just really good friends. There's kind
other
of
than
something
my
else
wife
happening.
and daughters, I much prefer, generally speaking, the company of men over women. But I don't want to sodomize them. Matter of fact, I don't want to sodomize anybody.
Right, but
What about that
I
college
doubt you
teacher?
want to like have a sensual makeout session with another guy either.
Well, that's all. Yeah, you're not going to do anything. If you love someone, you're not going to do anything to stir up their passions. You know, girls, these boys love you. They're not going to stir up your passions through petting and a lot of premarital kissing and that sort of thing. Again, love, a friend will encourage you, a loving friend will encourage you to the virtuous life.
Never a dull day.
Yeah, a brotherly kiss. I said, Ted is touching, stir up your passions. You know, I suppose you kiss your mother or father, maybe an
I
aunt
don't kiss
or
my
uncle,
mom like I
or
kiss my
something
girl.
like that. You're not doing that, they're not doing it, I trust, with the intentions of stirring up your passions. We're talking about kisses that, like kissing in a French way. You know, kiss your parents, I trust, in a French way.
You do if you're French.
Oh, you know. Blessed are your heart. Okay, let's see.
Oh wait, you're finally done.
We're going to have a female perspective on things here. Sister Pat.
We're going to talk about masturbation.
Now remember, Sister Pat is 82 years old.
Remember that.
So
She wants to know about your sex life.
think in terms that any true Christian is a saint. If you're not a saint, you're not a Christian.
So wait, you're saying if we're not sainted through the Roman Catholic Church, then we're not Christians? Congratulations, all of you are fucked!
Gotta take off the jacket.
Oh, this lady's hilarious.
Can't wait.
She's gonna call you a whore. And
I'm so glad you sinners are still here.
Yeah, we're not
Are
fucked.
there any Christians out here?
You just answered that question!
All right, boys and girls. I am Sister Pat, and I'm from the University of Wisconsin.
Nice to meet
And
you.
when you say
Not
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin.
you said it all. This is Christianity 101. The textbook's the Holy Bible. It's a pass-fail course. If you pass it, you become a new creature in Christ Jesus. Old things pass away. All things become new. So you flunk it, when you die, you go to hell. You go straight to
yep,
hell.
we're all
And you
whores.
don't pass, go or collect $200.
No, it's okay, 'cause she's God.
Good day, good day. Now these boys right here yesterday, we have to tolerate their immaturity.
Oh, kind of like we're tolerating you.
Toleration. Immaturity. Yeah. We get through with our lessons. All right.
Sister Pat, can I audit your course?
Audit my course?
Audit. Can I audit it?
All right, I'm going to tell you all how to get husbands.
Oh, what time is it?
Noon.
Damn, I have class. Oh well.
No, 11:45.
Oh, okay.
So they told us all going to hell yet? Did I miss that today yet? Sinners.
All right, now, I came here to tell you all how to get husbands and or wives. And I'm going to speak to you girls, and I call you girls because you'll never be a woman until you know God.
Or until you get bought mitzvah.
And I'm going to speak to you boys. You know, girls, they're not funny. They're very immature, and you
Immature.
I
think they're both
vicious motherfucker.
That's okay.
Don't get all excited over a boy that makes fun of
But
women.
as long as we love
All right,
each other,
now.
we don't have premarital sex.
Anyway,
Or premarital kissing.
Christian Scientist.
and I'm going to
Oh.
and I call you boys because you'll never be a man.
Pretty sure that happened when I got bar mitzvah.
Never
Kind of like bar mitzvah, but with a penis.
You all think that's funny. You're so immature.
Immature.
You're so immature. See, it's had any integrity, you boys would tell these boys to behave themselves. But being that you don't have any integrity out here, I call you children. You're a bunch of children. All right, you girls. When this boy,
I've been sitting here for almost an hour.
Sexual
oh,
harassment?
absolutely, you're talking about your
You're talking about our masturbation, our sex lives.
All right,
You've
girls.
asked all these students here about their sex lives.
When this boy asks you for a date, you say, "Hey, boy,
Venus.
do you drink?"
Yes.
And
It's
he
usually the
says
first thing
yes.
that comes up.
You don't go out with him because he
I
might
drink.
be a drunkard.
Saturday.
I drink, you
I got fucked up.
If I would go out with you,
I'm waiting for the floor part so we can
you don't smoke pot.
I know.
And if he says yes, you don't go out with
It's not pot. It's in the front. Pot.
him. He says,
It's in front.
and then you say, "Boy,
What's the pot?
I would go out with you."
The awesome effects.
There's 30 effects. There are 3 effects. Hungry, happy, sleepy.
Because he's a bore. B-O-R-E.
Perfect time. It's rush right now. It's rush.
Boy, if I were to marry you, will you rule over me? Now, no girl wants a drunkard
Hey, just leave
who
him.
throws alcohol in places. And no girl wants a hot and no girl wants a murderer who wants to she wants a man who prays for her and the children. So we are not children. You don't marry ever, pray,
I should see all my friends right now.
Oh, we have a copier now.
Yep. Cock block.
And these girls are very, very aggressive.
I hope so.
You say, "Hey, girlie, are you married or divorced?" And if she is married or divorced, you don't go out with her. Because she
That's right. If she's single, you
is
don't go out with her.
and you say, "Girlie, have you had an abortion?" And she says,
You need to stay here for this. It's so funny.
They were here yesterday.
"Because she's a murderess." And you say, "Girlie, if I were to go out with you, will you read the Bible with me?" And if she says no, she's a bore. B-O-R-B, bore. Now that is not a female pig. That is a type of girl you don't waste your time.
I have the video from yesterday on my Facebook.
She's been videoing the whole time I've been here.
I'm like, hey, like your shirt. You.
There's hope when you run her. And there's hope when you run it. There's hope when you
What is out on the ground?
She's like, I don't care about religion. You talking about my pot. That's my pot you're talking about.
It's not pot. It's Mary Jane.
He'll give you the power to be a child of God.
That's like saying don't build your houses with trees.
And there's only 3 things that happen with pot. Hungry, happy, sleepy.
What man? It's amazing how perverted you are.
Why not?
Funny you say
Smoke some, get hungry, get happy, go to sleep.
absolutely amazing.
Being hungry, tired,
Yes.
and happy. How dare
He
you?
sticks his dick in his mouth.
Yeah. What was wrong with adultery was a whore. They were going to stone her dead. And Jesus said, "What man condemns you?" She said, "No man, Lord." She repented. He said, "Neither do I. Go and sin.
I'll tell you
No
what.
more."
He's gonna be towards the question. What does it say in the Bible that you can't smoke Mary Jane?
Now, mind you,
I'll go down the street for you.
I'm not telling you.
What does it say in the Bible
Listen to this, because love is beautiful, not this. Thank you. Love you all.
I'm a whore! One time,
like that there.
Where's the whoremongers?
Skip it.
That way.
each other or anybody else. The Bible says, "Slay every sin that a man or a woman does without the body." So when you fornicate, you sin against your own body. And the boys who are not married to each other, but they are dead to marry each other.
Where's Ashley?
High five!
If a man look on a woman to lust now you porno freaks out there.
God bless the internet!
If you are looking at porno, you are committing adultery in your heart with those who are whores.
That's okay, I use my own hands.
Sodomy. And I'm not using the term homosexual, gay. I will use the word sodomy.
Oh my God! Touch that guy. Oh man. So you're saying if you love someone, you're a whore? What?
Sodomy was anal sex.
Yes, it is.
Whoa, it's getting raunchy.
Any questions?
This is a bigger group than like yesterday.
That's who it was when I got here.
Excuse me.
Getting complaints from the union, you guys need to open the sidewalk.
Part the seas, people. Part the seas.
Now look what you made us